It's Alvin Brown, CEO and founder of the Center for Healing and Peak Performance, and I'm an integrated peak performance consultant and advisor, giving you tips and strategies you can use to help get your game to the next level so you can reach optimal health and peak performance no matter where you are on your journey. That's what I want to do. Also, I'm the author of Journey to Personal Greatness, Mind, Body, and Soul, a blueprint for life balance and self-mastery, available at all your major bookstores, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, and in Canada, Chapters Indigo online. All right, so this is Humpday Hustle. This is part of the week where we focus on your body, structure, function, nutrition, getting your body working right. So this structure of yours, this vehicle can take all the spirit that you have, the soul, the thoughts, the passions, and drive you through. Because if this is broken, I don't care, all that passion will be broken too. So 3 videos a week. Humpday Hustle today. Saturday coming up, it's Soulful Saturday. A little bit of focus on your being authentic to who you really are. So when you're driving hard, you got your ladder, running up that ladder to success. You don't get to the top and realize that you gave up your family, gave up your relationships, your health, and don't remember about who you really are and forget who you really are. Monday Mindset, a little checkup from the neck up, a little mental, emotional balance. And that's how we flow. So we got Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, mind, body, and soul. That's how it flows. And I am here today with Dr. Mina, Dr. J Means. So we're going to touch on the thyroid today. And we're going to look at, let Dr. Mina roll with this because she's going to just let it all go, talk about the function, the structure, when to use it, and I'm going to let her flow. So here we go. Welcome to the thyroid. Dr. Mina.
Alrighty, so thyroid, aka thyroid, is a big thing that I see in my practice a lot. Your thyroid is, in case you guys don't know, it's basically a butterfly-shaped gland organ that sits on the base of the neck, and it's important for things such as growth, your metabolism, and regulating body temperature. So your thyroid's known as your body's furnace, basically. Another thing I also want to point out is your thyroid is very closely related to your adrenal glands, which are basically your body's battery, right? And they go hand in hand. So if one is off, your adrenals are your main organ for producing a lot of hormones, one of them being cortisol, your stress hormone. If adrenals are off, it also will throw off thyroid a little bit, whether it goes into an overactive or underactive. It really just depends. So one of the things I like to have a baseline with my patients, if they can get blood work done, just to see what their TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, their T3 and their T4 hormones. The reason why it's important to really get these 3 and not just your TSH hormone is because your brain and your thyroid both play a role in making sure that your thyroid is functioning properly. So your TSH is your main hormone that will get released from your pituitary gland. That's in your brain. That then gets down to the actual thyroid gland and signals the thyroid to now release T3, T4. Okay? And it's also important to know your family history, regardless of what health conditions are that you want to address. It's really important to know what was going on in the past with your parents, your grandparents, so on and so forth, because that also will play a role in your genetic makeup. All right. So a big thing I will see in practice is an underactive thyroid, or what's also known as Wilson's temperature syndrome. There's a little bit of a difference because with diagnosing hypothyroid, that means if you look at blood work, it will show that your thyroid is a little bit underactive. As opposed to Wilson's temperature syndrome, your blood work could be completely normal, but then you could experience the same symptoms that a hypothyroid picture could experience. So what are the things that you look for if you're thinking, you know what, maybe there is something wrong with my thyroid, or maybe you don't think thyroid and you think, I'm experiencing these symptoms, oh, maybe I should look at my thyroid. So these are basic bullet points here. So fatigue, weakness, and depression. If you notice that you're constantly struggling with your energy levels and you're just feeling really weak and you've changed up your diet, maybe you think that you're consuming more of a nutrient-dense, more balanced, but still nothing is budging, then you may want to look at your thyroid and address that with either your family doctor, your naturopathic doctor, any healthcare provider you're working with. Also, slow heart rate and pulse will happen in an underactive thyroid. These 2 as well are big ones. So irregular periods will also throw off thyroid hormones, and constipation is a big thing. Low body temperature. So I have all of my patients tracking their body temperature for me so that we can see, okay, what's really going on with the thyroid gland? Are we just a little bit underactive, or maybe we're really in a full-blown underactive picture. So usually they're going to be a colder body temperature, dry skin and hair. If you notice that you've got a random cough that you've had and you're not allergic to anything, you've ruled out everything else with your GPs or your naturopathic doctor, but you still have a cough going on, that could be due to maybe an overgrown thyroid. So hypothyroid can cause things like a goiter, which is basically, it almost looks like a bit of a growth or a mass in the base of the neck and the thyroid. So that can then cause things like coughing and hoarse voice. And obviously one of the major things with an underactive thyroid, because it's your main metabolic gland, is going to be weight gain, right? And then some basic tips on how to support your thyroid, whether you do have an underactive or you just want to make sure it's working up to par and optimally. Stress is a huge thing. Obviously, with any stress in the picture, that will throw off everything hormonally, not just your thyroid, but your adrenal glands, even digestively, everything under the sun. So you want to make sure to do exercising. That also helps with reducing stress to support your thyroid hormones. With females too, it's really great to make sure that you're regulated, your hormones are regulated, because progesterone is a major hormone that's needed to convert T4 into T3. T3 is your active thyroid hormone. Nutrients like iodine and selenium are going to be great because they're needed in order to convert an inactive to an active thyroid. So you're going to find iodine in things like your sea veggies. So if you love sushi, get in your nori, your seaweed in there, because those are going to have great iodine content. Selenium you'll find in Brazil nuts. So I just usually tell people, if you want to eat a little handful, maybe 6 to 7 a day to get your selenium intake, that would be great. Selenium is also a nutrient that's needed to produce glutathione. So glutathione is basically your mother antioxidant in the body. It's needed for every function. It's needed for detoxifying the liver. So selenium is needed in the formation of that. So it's also needed to support your thyroid hormones. And another point is avoiding inflammatory foods, specifically gluten. So what gluten can do is not only cause systemic inflammation in your digestive tract, but it can also cause antibodies to be made that will attack your thyroid hormone. So that's why it's important to avoid as best as possible gluten-filled foods or even just inflammatory foods as a general. So I just wrote here on the bottom some of the key nutrients that are going to be needed for your thyroid to function optimally. Selenium, iodine, copper, zinc, your vitamin Bs, vitamin C, and vitamin E. So what I like to say is, you know what, try to avoid all the processed foods as much as possible. Get your whole grains, your whole foods, nutrient-dense foods into your diet so that you can support not only your thyroid gland, but the whole body as a whole. All right?
So a couple of quick questions.
Yeah.
How often is thyroid the problem, especially today?
Oh,
is it a lot?
You know what? It's a lot. Statistically, though, under 10% of the population suffer with some kind of thyroid disease, whether it be
hyper or hyper,
hypo, cancer, any thyroid issue. Unfortunately, in women, it's 4 to 7 times more prevalent as opposed to men, but you know what, it is a common thing. So this is where we step into that whole Wilson's temperature syndrome. It's not in the medical community, like they don't consider that a good diagnosis, a proper diagnosis, but it's been researched, it's out there, and those are basically, you know what, you experience those symptoms, but your blood work is fine. So working on increasing your body temperature to make sure that proper enzymes and proper metabolic chemical reactions can occur in the body. I like to give the example of a car. So on a cold winter day, you start the car and you try to drive a mile when the car is not fully heated. Your car kind of struggles just to get from point A to point B. So not until you fully warm up the car, then the car can run smoothly. Injectors running fine, engine, everything is smooth. So it's kind of like the body. If the body isn't at optimal body temperature, the body has a hard time getting all of the biochemical functions done.
Because that's what I was asking. I was looking at the list, and how many times have I heard people coming in with any of these at any time? There's a large percent of people come in, so I'm wondering how much the thyroid plays a huge part in how we feel, the dry skin, the hair. So just check out that lineup and don't overlook the thyroid. The other comment is inflammatory food. Someone's really bad, really inflamed and really suffering from pain. I guess they also have to look at, because gluten exists in lotions and all kinds of hair products, so you really have to go strict.
I mean, now there's naturopaths out there who are 100% extreme,
Right.
but a lot of patients can't comply to
They can
that,
tolerate,
right? So
but they can tolerate it a little bit.
yeah, for the most part, that's where my job comes in, right?
Right.
I help to educate my patient on the do's and the don'ts and what are the better options. And now it's their responsibility and their accountability to really take action and, you know what, cut out all these things. Some
Yeah.
can, some can't. I like to be practical as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely not just the foods that you take are inflammatory. A lot of the things that we're putting onto our body, even the air that we're breathing, can be very toxic.
Yeah.
And those will act as hormone disruptors.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's the thyroid. The thyroid. All right. Visit our website, the Center for Healing and Peak Performance.com, journeypersonalgreatness.com. Remember, the reason why we're doing this each week is we want to give you information to basically hack your nervous system, hack your nutritional system, hack your mind, your body, your soul, so you can live life at a peak performance level. Like I said, I don't care if you only go 9 to 5 to work and come home. Your life, if you treat yourself like a peak performer, you will operate like one. Life should be lived fully engaged, and that's what we want to push, is be fully engaged. Don't let something stop you from living life to the fullest. And that's what peak performance, this whole journey of personal greatness. Personal greatness is everything, mind, body, and soul. All right, so that's my little preach for you. Visit our website again, Dr. Mina. If you have any questions, if you're local, 15-minute free consultation. Come in, get to know her, say hi, pick her brain, and then you'll find out if she's right for you. All right, visit our website, check us out, Skype. Remember, no borders, no geography. Until next time, think about your thyroid, because we want you to be relentless in your pursuit for personal greatness. Peace.